now just Buzz already starting things off straight in towards the back of Halls. Ooh, a nice little frenzy double kill, and off towards Carpe on the classic.
And obviously, yeah, it's hard on the pistols, but this is something that Gen.G's gonna have to watch out for. The Neon's simply just gonna get ahead of everything you have. Same with the Yoru. So even if you stop the second line of attack, there's always going to be the double duelist that's able to break onto site.
So much of it at work, already breaking the back lines, and the rest of them holding out from the back of P-Long as well. A little bit of a peek out from Yeoman alongside Texture, and Texture of course starts things off with a bit of a snappy headshot, but down to it, Meteor answers right back. Yeoman trying to play around the back of the boxes, but still, Meteor.
He wants to get ahead of it. He wants to shut things down. It's a judge right in front of him, but he's just gonna get one kill, gets out. Buzz wants to chase him down, but he is going to get gunned down at range. Izu finally in for the trade. Already a little bit of damage done. Munchkin, can he hold on? Not quite. And that's damage. On to Gen.G. 3 rifles dropped, 3 members gone.
20 seconds left though, and T1 have to head in to get the spike down, and just in that time, Karen and Foxy9 have arrived close to the site. Foxy9 starts things off with the head.
Stops the Neon. So that's something they'll have to figure out. It's a nice setup, and Buzz will get traded immediately, but he's a nice movement. Sidesteps Texture and is gonna win out on the trade.
Now off towards Munchkin, low HP. Not really enough time to really pull out utility, so a little bit of assistance from Karen on the back of stairs, but is that going to be enough? 0 point, and that's all the info that he needs.
They know it's close. You didn't hear it travel all that long, and Stacks with a wide swing, baits him into the fight, takes him down. Karen gets one trade, but he will be pushed out. In fact, gunned down from behind.
Stacks just triangulates his position off of where the Tracers were last seen. That is wild. Down to just Foxy9, and then a 1-on-3. Not in a prime position to stand out and find the retake. I mean, he's going close, maybe looking for at least one kill to start things off. If not, it just might be exits.
I mean, this is rough, right? Because even if you save it over, it's not exactly a great round. Sure, you'd have a hero rifle, but I don't mind going for it. See whatever advantages you can gain. If he could have gotten an early kill, maybe there's a shot. No, he can't! As well as possible, but that's why they're setting up for a pinch, and just right next to him, he peeks out. Texture still gets the shot, but he will get taken down. It's a crossfire. It's perfectly set up to shut down the one answer that Gen.G has figured out so far.
Just getting robbed away blind. Your one answer, and it's already eliminated from the equation now. Yeoman along the rest of the players trying to do what they can to refill in that space. The drone comes out. But Karen.
Yeah, Meteor knows. He knows the only way. If you're going to try for it, you have to try something cheeky. And now, Munchkin joining so late, you just have to go for another save. It's just this downward shot onto the Neon. Is he ready for it? There's no command. No more sliding for you, and that's one. But the flash, the anti, and Munchkin with the spray down through the wall. Well, I set up. We're gonna go fast. There it comes the jump, but Munchkin jumping shot with the Phantom. That's not the same gun. Karon's holding the cross, and now the advances get stopped once again. Hunter's Fury to really slow things down.
In with the judge as well, hiding inside of the smoke in case someone does continue to push on through. Second smoke comes up, and at the same time, Carpe creeping out back towards mid. Texture has pushed all the way up B-Long.
Yeah, now you have some good ideas of where T1 is. You don't have to worry about it. Also, neither of the duelists alive. So Gen.G feeling very comfortable. The turret will spot Carpe on that lurk, and that's going to be a little bit of information to maybe start spreading out. We'll see if T1 tries to take this opportunity to clear this smoke.
Looking to try.
Seeing close range, but nice movement. It's actually covered for Munchkin. He's just always there for his boy. Karen is still alive on the site. Now Carpe just ditched by Gen.G. They don't want to have to worry about it. Carpe creeping forward. They know that he's coming. Only 30 seconds for T1. It's a trade, and now it's just Carpe subbing in, gets one as well. There's just so much protection. Smoke comes out, Texture, is he ready? He's sticking in the anti, Texture gets one! How does he get one? And Munchkin with a pop flash over the pillar. There's still 2 members here. T1, are you ready for this fight? There's a good shock dart, takes down one, and that's the Euro, but Munchkin decides to fight. Not enough time bought for the full rotate from Gen.G. They were hoping that T1 would rotate, but now it's 3 members on site. Yeoman, he's gonna want to go for it. Ah, he hits the clone, and now Izu set up for it, but he gets 2! Down to a 1v1!
Karen, he is close by, but Stacks, he needs to get the spike down. That's gonna take a little bit of time, and in that time, Karen might be able to push in a little bit closer. Where's he gonna go? Oh, Stack's trying to get ahead of it. Peeks out to the left.
Already used, so now it's just up to you to get those kills. Oh, and the flash is too good. He actually almost still gets it, but Foxy9 will get one onto Buzz. Carpe still cleaning up, and now here's the Hunter's Fury to clear out that lockdown, just trying to make sure that his team can stay on site.
And that is already enough value as well. The Cosmic Divide coming in too. Yeoman, he might be on the side, but he's alone and cold. Carpe comes out to eliminate him. 2 players up from the back of Gen.G now, but is it gonna be enough?
Operator in hand for Texture. They're gonna wanna get a pick first. And Munchkin, he'll try to hold the closer angles. They're gonna go in together. They swap the gun. There's a good pop flash, but it's an instant teleport out from Izu. Out from danger. Texture finds a timing against Stacks. No reason to watch the flank anymore. Izu giving an opportunity. You heard the TP going by. Texture doesn't want to get played by. Does he go out? He does! Oh, he's not gonna land the shot, but he doesn't stay alive. Izu just finds him through the smoke, and now Gen.G scrambling to fill this void.
And with Munchkin inside of the smokes.
They know about the lockdown. They're ready for it. Fragment goes out. Is it going to be spot on? No, it's gonna miss. And Gen.G, they're gonna have to empty it. Karon's not in position. He just has to fight his way out. He's gonna get detained. He goes down. 2 taken out eventually, taken down by Carpe. And Gen.G just cannot fill the space.
They cannot catch a break. Even though Karon fell, the rest of them are still trying to hold towards the back of Halls. Munchkin nearby to refrag, but he gets taken out just as quick. Down to just Foxy9. Has to push out. It's a bit of a one-way in his face as well. He tries to work around it, but he gets spotted. Stacks and Carpe are really close around stairs. They might have been noted as well. Buzz spots out Foxy9, tries to get the relay ball in for the pinch, crouches and gets a headshot, but Texture answers right back with the Sheriff.
Well, round 2, here comes Meteor. Next up, Texture versus Meteor, the old teammate, and he's just gonna say, well, hello, good old friend. I'm gonna go join my team. Meanwhile, Gen.G gonna start to push out of the site, make sure that they have room to work with. All 3 next to bunker, ready to wrap around. Carpe coming in to cut off Texture, but Texture's timing could be impeccable here. He's waiting to see where Meteor's coming from. Stacks gets 1 kill. There's still 2 members around the site. Stacks brought down low. Carpe gets a good one. Yeoman's still alive. No, you can't take your utility out. You have to fight.
Continuing to re-peek. He's gathering more information. This might inform Stacks that they could be, rotating and finding a different route into the site. Fortunately, though, Karon with the 1-tap ends Buzz. And now it's just down to Stacks on the site itself. Meteor alongside Carpe in for the rotation, but they hear the footsteps, the stampede out from stairs.
And there's going to be the Cosmic Divide, really negating any type of info that Stacks was looking to get. Stacks trying to go for the spam, just barely missed. Oh, actually, never mind. Lands right onto Yeoman. He wasn't too happy about that one. Meteor confirms the position of at least 1 player, but quite a spread out from Gen.G. Jump peeks to check close from T1. Still a possibility, 4v4, 2 rifles in the hands of T1 members. They will start to fan out outside of the smoke. There's the cloning, gets information, a pop flash as well. An instant trade, 1-1. Carpe starts to defuse, they're trying to block him, but he does get the half. And so time bot for T1, the spray against the wrong person. More time, get a little bit more aggressive. Has that gate crash as a backup. And Texture just gonna dry peek in. He's got that tailwind activated. Carpe, he's sharp with it. Yesterday, perhaps that was enough warm up, but a good jump peek out from Munchkin. But it's still just mid that Gen.G is taking a hold of. Meteor up against his old teammates, up against his old team, where he was creating so much space. Can he do it against them? He starts with 1 kill, and he's looking for more, but Foxy9 once again says now it is my spot to be earned here on Gen.G.
Foxy9, the one to take the space and now to hold down to the site. It's just 2 players from T1 to try to retake, to find that map point. They stand up close. Stacks starts things off with a headshot.
Okay, the clone just gonna be spent by. Foxy9 still looking for one, and again, this is where he shines. He wants to take these fights. A 1v1 on the site, but back up far away from Karon. Looking at that off angle, and Izu, he susses us out. He wants to go hunt for it. He doesn't have much time, but he needs to get the kill. Flashes come out to hold them at bay. There's the lockdown. Another flash at the ready, just trying to get as much information as possible, and Izu will use the clone to his advantage. Gets 1 kill. Texture on the site. The lockdown has been taken down. Now 4 members of Gen.G banning out, but they don't check the bunker, and Stacks will hold on. Buzz arrives. Yeoman takes care of it, but Stacks eventually with the wallbang. The site is now in Gen.G's hands. 2v2, only 10 seconds left. The plant has to go safe. Karon, the flash comes out. He will jump out just in time, but the health, it's not good. Munchkin will equalize. Carpe now here. Karon knows the position of both. He needs to win the fights one at a time. He tries to get ahead of it! And Carpe, Buzz could be a menace. In fact, it's just going to be this round. He's going to get ahead. Takes down the recon, but oh, it's just a nice double peek. They each find their targets perfectly.
Oh man, once again, you gotta applaud Munchkin for how he's able to set up his teammates time and time again. Now off towards the races. T1 tries to refill that space, but Foxy9 has held the angle. Texture eliminates one more out from the front, and it's just Meteor pushes into the smoke. With a Guardian, he actually finds Texture, and now tries to reposition.
Is here from the side of T1. Texture, you can't get too far out of it. Meteor's ready! And this, you know this. This is your teammate. This is how you won trophies last year. He'll just hold things down. Munchkin tries to land another shot. He'll go for it. Foxy9 there for the support. But now it's all down to Karon. He will get the plant. 1v3. Oh no, he has to get off of it. He hears the footsteps, and it's just too much. T1 will lead this bet.
Might be prepared for this, possibly starting things off with a bit of a nade as Texture tries to dive in. Meteor off the shields, already cracked up and open, but Buzz and Carpe able to strike back just as well. Continuing to fight off a rubble, the paranoia gets sent through, and Karon running away.
Already down to a 2v2. Foxy9, he's here. They hear the footsteps. Carpe, he's heard it. He's ready for it. But Foxy9 gets him, and now they know the exact location of Buzz. Already down to 70 HP. A good reposition from Karon amidst that chaos. Now he starts to pinch in. The timing has to be good here. Oh no, okay!
But at the same time, you know, T1 getting a good read for things down. Here's that contingency wall. They're trying to push alongside it. A bit of a high-low, and they managed to strike down one. But still continuing to spray on through. Karon able to get something, but gets traded off as well.
Yo, man, he wants that timing. He finds one. Dances around the smoke. Can he land a second? Not quite. A good wraparound from Iza will give the numbers advantage to T1, but they've already taken some damage. And Munchkin, he's going to go for the trade. Now 1v2. Foxy9. Can he do it again? Can he do what Meteor has done so much for Gen.G last year? And he reads it stacks. That box, it does not protect you. Down to Meteor versus Foxy9.
Again, these two again, the shield's gone.
They just can't avoid this showdown. Meteor wanting to prove that he was a core part of Gen.G last year. And Foxy9, he's been proving the doubters wrong through and through. Waits for a wraparound, knows that Meteor has to go for a crafty play. But time not on his side. Foxy9, you have to start clearing the site soon. And there's still so many corners here on this A site. He's checking close. He even wants to check heaven. He's getting greedy with it, but he finds the timing. Knife out. Now he needs to go. He knows he needs to get the half. He's trying to draw him in. Just one more chance, but no time left on the spike. And still more delay coming in. And now it's going to be Karon taken through the other dimension. Meteor, he's ready with it. Repositions with the knife, and Karon! He has his crosshairs trained on the target. Eventually still surrounded, but that's the ISO gone. Time bought until the spike gets planted, but a 3v4 for Gen.G.
A little bit tricky. Buzz is close to the showstopper. Yeoman trying to be as cautious as possible, trying to regroup with his teammates. But do they know that Izu is hiding inside? They do. They check and clear him out with the Prowler.
And he's just going to keep repositioning. All he needs to do is buy time. You've still got 3 members on site. Your teammates locking things down. Yo Man tries to get ahead of it. They want to spread out their angles. They want to get us around, but Carpe, he reads right into the plans of Gen.G, and that's a double. That's the round gone. Munchkin, can you get out a long time? They are fired up. They are heating up, and now once again, Rumble Fight. This is Gen.G's home, but only 8 HP, and T1 continue to win out on this zone.
Oh man, Karon trying his best to play around the doors. Munchkin off to the other side of the toxic screen, but he's been spotted as well. Down to low. Karon able to find a bit of a double. Can he get the third? Yes, he does! A quad! But Stacks takes down his life.
Foxy9 against his old ice gel everywhere he goes. It's a nemesis of some sort. Stacks now ult online, but no time, no space to use it. Reposition, but the spike should be relatively telling. Foxy9 once again will clear all the way around the site, but last time that meant he didn't have enough time to go for the defuse. He needs to consider it carefully.
Full kit of utility as well.
Yeah, you got drone, recon, shocks. You have the turret, but for now, just a tap. This is the only location possible! And
Corner. He's one away from the Viper's pit. They're looking for something, hiding inside of the smoke, and there it is, kind of lined up. Foxy9 with a double. Munchkin off towards the top. The shield procced up. Meteor trying to stand tall.
He's not stopping. He knows he needs the energy. Another full set of utility from Texture and Time, but it's going to be the kill contract right in the middle of the battlefield. Everyone falling all around them. Texture peeks out, and he takes the shield down, but cannot stabilize. But at the end of the day, Gen.G will clear the rubble, and Stax answers back. The fight just does not end. And where is Izu going? Where did he come from? Sneaks all the way through B site.
It just feels so incredibly relentless. Izu now just nipping at the heels. Munchkin trying to hold off to the off angles. Back in towards Blue Room. He didn't know that there might have been a bit of a noise off towards the back. Or at least just trying to stay and play it safe. The door is being pulled open. And Foxy9 tries to get ahead. No! Sniped down midair by Meteor.
Once again, the door revolving. Munchkin just takes a guess that everybody now on the site sees the trip. Not gonna quite land the shot past the box. Tries to go far through, but it's well beyond the walls. Now with 3 members and a trap wire in the way, have herded them into the corner, but can you make sure you win the fight? They are well outside the pit. Carpe gets above, it's a high-low, but spike down, they dirt it. They hear the shot of step, but they can't win out. Buzz peeks out, but Yeoman and Karon will surround, and now Stax and Izu shut down, away from the site. They have no way in.
2 ultimates, and it does all the work to put that roadblock up against T1 now. Down to just Stax and Izu trying to hold on the edge of the smoke. It dissipates, and they're looking for the angle. Yeoman's holding. Karon alongside Texture in for a bit of an off angle. Texture gets ahead, exits the cyber cage, so maybe baiting out the spams a little bit early, and Yeoman will spot out the first. Down to just Stax as he tries to... For the B fights, an early boombot just to clear for the forward space. Nothing spotted yet, and T1 continues to hold close.
Yeah, no paranoia, so the showstopper, it has to be good, it has to find a target! He goes high, and he falls straight to the ground! Buzz still holding close, it's a crossfire. They just can't find a single target. Karon through the smoke, through the mind's eye, but is that enough? Still so many targets, 4 left alive for T1. You have to clear this out, Buzz, with a nice peek right around, and Karon, again, there's a risk again that it's just 2 members stranded in the middle of the battlefield. Texture wins 1, but he gets drawn out. So now Gen.G forced to continue fighting, and Texture has to fight his way out! He wins! Meteor will be shut down! Stax exiled here in rubble all alone with the spike in hand, and it gets dropped.
Down to just Izu now, pushing further in. A lobby has been smoked off. He has to creep up, and he's trying to mask his position as much as possible. Karon is marking the back of Baby Door.
I mean, it's just a high-low stack up. Izu, it will take a lot for him. Just the perfect movement. But such a promising talent. Prepping himself for it. Draws one out. Waiting. Close hold. The Prowler, you know it was close. But how many are here? Just a nice angle from Meteor. But Munchkin immediately the trade. Shield taken off. And Karon, he's looking for more. There's a nice trade out for Munchkin as well. Just a ping pong back and forth. Gen.G will look to regroup as T1 start rushing into the B site.
Half of a death. It's just a mid-round call straight into B. Try to get the spike down as fast as possible. Gen.G's gonna take a bit of time to set up. Foxy9 though fires off an early warning shot just to let him know that there might be someone nearby. Keeps them invested.
You have the Haunt, you have the Prowler. Prowler goes out, nobody close up on Heaven, so a little bit of room to work with for Yeoman. Foxy9, a nice swing out, but Izu's sharp with it. And now the trade, a reposition from Izu, draws out Munchkin. And Buzz trying to let them know that there are members on the A side, trying to draw them into that B side, but Stax losing that. Suddenly T1 stranded a little bit. They have to push out if they want to create space. The paranoia should have landed, but Munchkin buys enough time. It's a nice shot, and now it's a 2v1. Meteor just caught, his feet stuck and glued, unable to move. And now Gen.G, they barrel towards the site.
So quick and ready once again, just being able to make those quick decisions, and snappy with the kill on towards Stax just alleviates so much more pressure. Izu all the way from the back of attacker spawn, and 2 players marking his position. To this portion of the map now, 2 players inside of B, 3 onto the A site from T1. Gen.G slowly making it making their way through tree. Carpe notes and spots him out.
Yeah, the Paranoid chases him out, but he's not tagged just yet. He's good for 2. Eventually, the aim punch gets the better of him, and Yeoman will get 1, but he's all alone. Only 25 HP. 10 seconds. The round's already lost, but how many guns can you take away? It's going ever deeper to make sure there's an extra angle. The Prowler goes for it. He trusts his teammates. He's waiting for the ISO, but Buzz gets 1 kill. He gets 1, but he swings a little too far to the right, and Stax will return the kill. Yeoman with another trade, and now a 3v3 down to a 2v3, but it's actually just going to be Munchkin left all alone. Foxy9's on the other side. Munchkin has to fight his way out. He has to survive. Carpe getting curious. They're giving him the 1v1s, and Stax, now knows that the numbers may not be on his side anymore. He'll wait for the curiosity. Foxy9 overthinks it.
Trying to teleport through, but here goes that shield. Buzz getting ahead, just jumping all the way in. Texture in for the showstopper, but he gets denied. Munchkin finds the trades, but Meteor sends out another kill contract.
Yeoman, all alone. He can't land the shot. He's just stuck like a deer in headlights. And Meteor will clean up that fight. Munchkin stuck once again. There's the undercut. You know it's an easier fight. He draws it. Foxy9. Shield still up. And Munchkin eventually wins it. Now another 1v1. Smoke, he'll wait for it in the beginning. There's a Pete shows the shield comes out. The showstopper, it's just gonna be spent back, but there's the C's. Buzz still lands it! And that's going to be the retake off the rip. 5 members all alive. Meteor looking to be the shield and the spear point for the team. He goes into tree, finds his target, undercut. Shorty not reloaded, but he gets the spray! Izu gives him the intel. Gen.G, they want to try to get ahead. Karon, does he go for the double shrouded step? It hasn't worked before. It's an early paranoia this time. Bit of a switch up, but there's the kill contract. He's been caught. Texture's already down. Karon, you need to win this fight! Meteor refreshes his shield. And just like that, the doors start closing on Gen.G.
Foxy9, he might have found a little bit of positioning in towards the B side, but is it gonna be enough? His teammates out from the back, they've been smoked off. Foxy9 turns back around, takes down Meteor, but the Hunter Spirit comes out!
He dodges it. One more chance. He'll stay alive. Hope still alive. Just barely prying open that gate. Foxy9. He'll protect Yeoman. T1, they'll wait. They'll wait for everyone to get into position. It's a full surround. Like a pack of wolves hunting down their targets. Prowler now spots out. Gen.G on a rush. They have to push out. They have to pick fights. They have to win them. Foxy9 and Yeoman, can you do it? 1v2. 14 bullets left. Yeoman down to 18. The defuse begins and Izu's holding the angle. Carpe in safety. And Izu will shut it down. T1 leads 2-0.
13-8 scoreline at the map of Loaded. Allow them to burn a bit more of their utility before we come in on the retake. The cage is up though. Meteor's looking to peek off of it, and there already is a bit of value found. Munchkin answers right back, collapses onto Buzz as well. Izu off to the other end, and he collects onto 2 heads.
Izu, he's been really good the first 2 maps as well, and now it's just going to be the wraparound stacks. He's been waiting the whole entire time. Yeoman versus 3. He's surrounded all around 360 degrees. Spots Stacks, tries to move away from it, wants to go by. Shots here on the A side if they want a chance of taking things back. A nice paranoia buys time, and that's Yeoman with a double kill. The spike down. They've already delayed him on A short. It's a surround on the site. They've got the trades ready. Yeoman, is he gonna be quick enough? Karon, he needs to spot the first one. A nice clean shot, and on to 2. How does he get away with this, Meteor? Vandal in hand. 1v3 contingency, spots him, tries to get on site. He knows he needs to eliminate Yeoman before backup arrives. He doesn't know where it's coming from, and Yeoman will just buy time. Drone tagged. Still the members coming up from sewer. Or A main. Try to step forward. Texture, you are far ahead. You are pinged. You are stuck, but Buzz gets taken down first. Carpe with a nice trade. Meanwhile, the kill contract goes out. Meteor versus Texture. Meteor wins out, and this time he will stay alive. Karon still stuck in window, but he's got Foxy9 right by him.
The reload has been heard as well. Meteor thinking about coming back into re-clear, but joins Carpe and pushing up in towards the A site. This is the right call. They know that Gen.G are closer towards B, and it does take a little bit more time, and if they do rotate through A link, it would make some noise, so they feel safe. They feel like they're able to kind of creep up into the A site. What they don't know is that Munchkin's all the way towards the back of Hell. Karon up close now.
He spots one, he's ready for it, almost gets the double, but the toxic screen goes up. It's not a safe entry. Recon just barely comes back alive. Munchkin, will he get tagged by it? It's just right behind the corner. Stacks, you have to recognize that there is danger still on the site. Smoke onto heaven. Spike starts to get held, and Munchkin will creep forward. He knows they haven't cleared him just yet. They do not suspect it. Carpe with a nice swing catches one sight. Screen goes down, and Munchkin will save the round.
Slowly creeping through, looking for a duel outside of Garage, but Foxy9 finds it instead.
He's still waiting for it. Buzz tells him to sit right back down, but T1 looking to reset. They've drawn out the Hunter's Fury from Yeoman, just tried to clear out space, make sure that Garage hasn't been fully taken over. But the smoke will bar them from clearing it 100%.
Not entirely sure, still needing to respect and clear a lot, and that's why the drone is being deployed out towards B now. A couple of shots from a Sheriff, and he knows that they're up around grass.
You've got members on both A and C link. The smokes come out, there's the Paranoia and the TP across. Buzz spots his target, and he'll land the shots, and he whips it right back around. Takes down Texture. Buzz clearing, entering for the team, and secures the B site.
A little bit unfortunate for Gen.G, completely blindsided by Buzz's utility. Down to the last two players, and they are still trying to find whatever they can get. A little bit in towards C-Link, a little bit into A. Karen finds a bit of contact, but not quite the kill. And look at how T1 are set up on the site. A bit of a swing from Munchkin, though! The double kill! The second one onto Carpe. Izu trying to hold off the off angle, but he's not able to collect onto the shot. Just Stacks now, pushes up, tries to get ahead. Here's Karen's footsteps, and he's pulled out his utility. Inside of the smokes, gets out another dart, and bit of a play through the Viper's pit.
This might
waterfall through heaven.
Yeah, this might be a hop out, and then maybe the pit also being brought down, but for now it's just going to be right outside of the pit. Meteor good for 2 kills, but it's just T1 winning out on the trades back and forth. Texture all alone, he's pinged, he's low on health, and Stacks is waiting for the swing. Texture wants to bait out the 1v1s, wants to isolate him, but Stacks just doesn't give him a shot. And Texture perhaps looking for a way out of danger, trying to save over this Phantom, as the chances are just too slim. On that tempo, and the fast push out from C. Meanwhile, Charon still locking it down. There's support over from Yeoman as well in Garage, and Texture's already taken over C main. If they go into B side again, it's just going to be a full surround for T1.
Yeah, I don't know about this. Izu a little bit out towards the back. Munchkin setting up a bit of a flank as well. 3 players stranded on the site. They need to hold all of these exits. A as well as C-Link. The trip has been cracked, and Izu notes it.
And Izu just trying to hold a very far distance. Yo, man, it's just a full spray down with 3 people all rushing in. Carpe on their side. He's been noted. He's been spotted right under the fast lane. They chase him down. Sight instantly cleared. Munchkin will wait for as long as possible until his team needs him. Izu, good for 1 kill. That's the call for Munchkin. Munchkin, you need to come for support. He takes him down. Half done. Stacks down to 11 HP. And
Fen hold them off, thinking about the previous round's mid-round decisions. A huge kill contract, though, and it catches on towards Yeoman. Looks for the one-on-one now and gets the spray down.
Yeah, Yeoman just being a bit too honest, standing in the center. Charon tries to find a timing on the swing out, but he will not get it. Carpe drops right back down into fire, but Munchkin, he'll get taken out by Buzz and T1. This is what the desk was talking about, that when they hit, you might be ready for it, but they...
Munchkin, though, inside of it, holding on the other edge of the door, swings around wide just to break the drone to get away alive. Here comes that Hunter's Fury.
Gets some tags, but Meteor's still getting through with the shield. He won't find his target in time. And now T1 scrambling. That's the clone. Charon dodges the flash. They're trapped in Garage. You have Carpe in C main. He could be the key to try to open things back up if Gen.G lose track. If they overpeak, there's the Paranoia. Munchkin, they'll bait him out. Gen.G, they're keeping tabs. Yo, man, he doesn't land the shot, but he'll hold on to the spot. He antes it, and that should be the shutdown. 30 seconds left. T1 scrambling. Yo, man gets the information, gets the read, gets the tag, and he runs away. They'll yield the space to secure the round. 20 seconds left. Spike gets planted.
Yeah, take the spike plan. Why don't you? Gen.G half the numbers, and they are looking to surround this B site. Izu and Stacks playing off towards the right side, but Izu being able to gun down 2 in an instant. Stacks now noting the fast lane. Izu still holding off towards the other end. Takes down Texture, and all that's left is just Munchkin. Goes for the swing, a bit of a crowd.
Instant Flash is trying to push them further back into the back of the site. And now he finds an opening. Caron escapes it for the time being. A flash, there's an anti from one of them, but Buzz still good for one. He sprays out for two, he's got the shorty out. Eventually gets shut down, but that's all the time that T1 needed. So much chaos from one member, and eventually the site opens up.
Spike planted.
Just Foxy9 left. Here's the drone, gets tagged by it.
I just wanted to see if there's an instant swing out. That's the only shot he has. Tries to pick up. Going to be used. Izu, he's gonna swing out! Just when Yeoman lowers his guard, it's Izu reading through the old point scenario, and Stacks just shuts down Foxy9. Texture, you're stuck on the site. Relay bolt online. He'll stabilize. Overdrive! You need to land it. There's the trade from Munchkin. It's just how is Munchkin always there? The desk wondering if he'd be able to rotate fast enough. And now, how curious do we get Caron? He's just going to hold. Backup is on its way. You do not have to get far ahead. The discipline, it was there until it wasn't. The trade, Munchkin, right before the ping. He finds him through the corner. That's the pit onto the A site. They can secure the back of the site. Recon comes in though, and Spike should get planted.
At least goes down, but that might be the call for Gen.G to start to creep up as well. Into the Viper's pit they go. Stacks has to work alongside Carpe. They try to fan out, working around the edges of the pit. It goes down. Carpe, he misses the flick.
Munchkin now on for three. Now it's a 2v1, and they spot him right through. They spray him, force him out. Okay, a slide forward to try to get the peek. It eventually works out for Gen.G. Little dicey, but still one ahead.
With that now, Gen.G, the quick rotations on towards the Z site. Meteor tries to stay alive with the shield up, but unfortunately a bit of a sidestep and he whiffs. It's going to be Yeoman getting the kill. Stacks on for the trade off towards the back. But a 1-on-2. He goes in a little bit fast. Gets in with a crouch and a headshot. Now down to the 1-on-1. IGL versus the old rookie from back then.
Yeah, but you should have gotten the call on the health, so Foxy9, that's why he's just keeping away. He knows he can go for the peak. Stacks, he will hold true all the way to the end. Foxy! Oh!
Ball back into B.
Yeah, Meteor, again, this is exactly what Gen.G used to do with him on the squad last year as well. Carpe, he needed to stay alive, but it's just panic across the board. Spike gets planted. Meteor all the way around. Is he aware of Texture's wraparound? Through Garage, he finds one. Texture, he has an opportunity and shuts it down. Munchkin, 8 HP. Decoy could be a TP. It's a paranoia. Yeoman gets hit by it. No vision. There's a cyber cage to mask their approach. But Gen.G, it's a 2-for-2 trade so far. Yeoman hanging on to the site. He has too many targets. Eventually finds one. Still even once again, but the lockdown will keep them away. One gets detained. Carpe all alone. Stacks was not far enough. He wants to try to make it a 1v1, but he cannot get it. A 1v2. Can he do what Munchkin's been doing for the Gen.G squad when they need it most to stay alive, finds a target, and they will not. The Meteor senses a fight coming. There's the kill contract. This one has to be big. Yeoman, he saw him. Yeoman saw him. He didn't move fast enough. Even with the knife out, the speed not assisting Meteor this time. And Gen.G, a perfect swing out. They've come back alive. The confidence oozing out of this squad.
Just holding true and collecting on all of these kills. Down to just the last two from T1. Up against map point. Trying their darndest to hold the sites, but it's just Buzz on A.
All alone, Texture draws out gunfire, no trade. He tried to stay alive as long as possible, Buzz. He's been pushed back by the Paranoia. Paranoia to separate the forces. A clone out, he knows one's on the site. Gen.G, they need to give respect. It's a 2v1, wide spread out. And now it's all down to Carpe, but the spike escapes in the last second.
Oh, he actually gets his own TP.
Carpe not aware of it, and it's a 13-5. A crushing defeat against T1. We already have control of Garage. It's a pinch down, but the spike drop over on the rafters. It's a good trade for Gen.G. They have the numbers advantage. Spike recovered as well. The three members of T1 delayed getting into heaven. Buzz not quite checking his sights, and Stacks trying to crouch below will just barely get that kill. But when he's awake, it's just him alone.
Where are you?
Well, his opponents are all down to low HP. Texture, though, out from the back. Stax might not anticipate it. Up around the pillars, he hears some hops around, so just coming back in. Tries to mask his drop with a shot through. Does find Yeoman, but of course, Foxy9 on the move as well. Stax trying to wrap back around. Throws out the C's, but
Stax has been peeking us, but it is going to be that Marshall. Lands a shot, but not going to be a kill just yet. Not the full headshot. Buzz with the paint shells just drops down. Absolute chaos onto the Gen.G squad. And now only 10 seconds left. It's not going to happen.
He's running all the way across, but he knows he doesn't have enough movement speed to really get onto site. 3 targets on the other end. Well, 4. So the round's over.
Just absolute damn here for the B hit, making it look like it's a full pinch. That forces Meteor all the way onto the side as well. Karon still gets a kill. So now you think, okay, they've got us on the pinch. But that just means that Carpe stranded all alone. He should have an inkling, but does he get in a position that can keep himself alive? Hard to spot. Will either of them check? They hear the footsteps. The spray takes down the spike. Only 7 seconds. Karon will receive the rotation. Foxy9 will get the plant. Was he in time? Was he in time? All right, the round will continue. Just right in the nick of time. Munchkin pushes out forward and now regroups with his team.
Here comes Stax. Has to clear out elbow first. The tether kind of gives him a link into it. But at the same time, okay, tries to go for the stun. Salvo's out, flushes him out of position. Stax has to push up front, low HP now. Unfortunately for T1, possibly allowing for the 2 players inside of Garage to sneak their way through. Showstopper in, out from heaven.
Operator spotted, but he's not going to check below, but there's no way out for Meteor. The gate crash had expired. Karon now getting the trade onto Izu. Sight opened up. And after all that patience, forcing T1 to just hold their ground, they pinch onto the site once more. T1 really paying for losing control of mid 2 rounds in a row.
And there it is. That's that burst that Gen.G was looking for. Get into spot, and then suddenly execute into site. T1 can't quite react in time. A 2-on-3 though, not quite impossible. Buzz starts off with the paint shells, his own showstopper to boot, down onto Foxy9, and off towards the next target, Yeoman. But he swings, gets the shot onto Buzz. Lands the fault line as well, pushed out of
not taking any chances. Texture clears out the close corners, checks the pocket, not checking Evan, and that's the site shut down once more. Gen.G, is it a frantic rotation over to B? You have no information. Only 20 seconds on the clock again. There's a smoke. Carpe holding close. You have to suspect this, but now he's inside. 1 kill. Foxy9 will clear it. The trade from Yeoman as well. And with 10 seconds left, the spike will get planted. No! Nobody checking! You have to run, you have to pick it up. The Nightfall, 4 seconds. He can hold it, but he can't
get in. The red carpet gets rolled out, but is it gonna be enough? Just clearing out backside by an inch. Carpe still around the one and done spot. Not quite noted by Texture nor Yeoman. They are trying to take a little bit more space, trying to creep up front though. They might have heard something, trying to clear and spam through, but Trigger disciplined! Carpe out for the double kill! Izu down from the pillar, swings back up on top! Down to just Karon at 10.
From Izu, but do they know he's in drop? Carpe, meanwhile, a good reposition. They're not aware of it. There's 1 trade, but still, Carpe a menace. Yeoman will clear him, and suddenly, just in the blink of an eye, a 3v2. The paint shells, they should get some damage done. Spike's still planted, but the numbers equalize. Meteor, he's seen him. Karon, he doesn't know! Just too much distraction. Meteor and Drone, he has to back out. He's stuck on the side. The Rolling Thunder. He gets shoved to the side, and Texture opens up the site with the first kill.
Stax though, trying to get a couple of spams. He actually finds Foxy9. Quick with the Nightfall straight in. Robs them of their sound. Now just down to the 4 Gen.G players trying to go back through, trying to hold down this forward space. Up by Elbow especially. Salvo sent in. Carpe with the judge.
Yeah, trying to sneak in through the smokes. He's found a little bit of space. That could be good for Elbow, could be good for a double peek out. Texture, he goes wide, but that's just not enough for the judge. Yeoman with a nice trade. It's a judge, my friend. He somehow survives it. 1v1, but not enough. And the showstopper coming in from Mail, but there's the snake bite. They don't check for Carpe. Again, the same mistakes over and over and over again for Gen.G.
A return. Bit of an execute straight up in towards heaven, but instantly reply. Texture Off towards the top, traded off by Buzz. Karen trying to hold on towards Garage, but Izu quick to execute in. Spike planted soon.
You will have fault line come back up here in a second. Same with the salvos. You wait for it. You want to make sure they clear out heaven first. Salvos coming online. There's the fault line. But look at how well spread out T1 is. At best, they only lose one member to the chaos of the utility. The trades will be there. Everyone ready to swing out. Smokes comes out as well. Foxy9, he has no vision. There's a fault line for close. He needs to win it against Carpe, and he does! Yeoman good for his own kill as well. Stacks on for 2. It's a spread. Time ticking away from Munchkin. It's been the same story! At the ready. Here they come. He gets past it. He doesn't check. They've been delayed. They've been shut down. And there's the paint shells returning after the double kill. Now a frantic rotate. Munchkin, can he hold on? The salvos, they're back. Meteor, he's trying to catch a rotate. Nobody has any idea the jump peaks. 17 HP, but meanwhile on site, Munchkin salvo in hand. He hasn't been spotted just yet. There's the surround, there's the spike down, and there it is, 7 seconds. Returning the favor, T1. They don't have time. The round ends, and Meteor will not be able. Gen.G, we don't want to take the risk. A good flash right through the box. Meteor finds Munchkin. The Teo down. Once again, all that artillery now missing from the Gen.G side. Foxy9, he wants one. There's a trade, but yo man, he's not good for it. A triple. And the Yoru, now dimensional drift. He'll do everything. He'll get the kills. He'll scout for information, and he'll open up the site towards another round win for T1.
Still, though, not quite scouting out Texture's position. He is blocked up by the smoke, tries to find the opportunity, but denied. Down to just Karen, who has to save. And this is then now T1 reaching up to that 11th win. Just a bit.
Uh-oh, the push out here on A, but it's been somewhat red. No, they actually try to escape from the salvos first, but the fault line keeps them trapped. And this is what this composition was built for. The free kills off the utility, the free zoning. Suddenly a 5v3.
Needing to start more rounds off like that, but still T1 not broken yet. 3 members, the trio, trying to work their way through mailroom. Spotted out by Foxy9. Texture out from stairs. Looking for his timing to peek out. Does have the boombot. Bit of a silent drop though. Foxy9 continuing to jiggle back and forth. Does find one. Izu off for the trades, but Karen instantly comes back in to reply. Texture now slow and smooth. Smooth is fast, but spotted out by Izu nonetheless.
30 HP. It's going to be zoned out, but he finds another target. How is he getting away with murder? 1v2. Doubles back. Tries to find another 1v1. There's the fault line. There's the gate crash, but the Armageddon, I love it all the way across the back. Guaranteed for at least 1 kill. The re-clear, trying to pick up the spike. Buzz, trying to get ahead of it. He wants to fight, but he is stuck. And Foxy9 answers back. The Gen.G fans finally discovering their voices once again. The roars in the stadium will push Gen.G forward 1 step closer towards that grand finals. Izu has to run away. 50 seconds, you might be able to wrap around, but can you secure this round against 4 members of Gen.G? Oh, the rolling thunder. Oh, just to chase down. I mean, it's just 1 man, but they'll absolutely get the kill, so that's the kill for T1. But they have no idea. They thought it'd be more. And Gen.G, they'll just receive. T1 with open our stacks. Lifts his arms up in the air. Just cannot find the answer so far.
And that's what it is now. The final 2 probably have to back off for a bit of a save. And that's light shield as well, as you aptly mentioned before. The cross safely. Karen, though, holding out from the other edge of smoke.
Oh! What a jiggle here from Buzz. Opens things up. Now, Heaven opened up. Texture on site. There's Foxy9 as well. 2 members stuck on site. T1, they're aware of this. They will isolate the fights. The flashes. Texture, he would desperately want 1 more, but he cannot get it. Down to a 3v2. The pit available for Izu as well, but he's stuck. He's been identified. Munchkin can't quite support just yet.
That will be the spike down. Viper's pit invested as well. Munchkin alongside Yeoman trying to find their approach, but oh, Yeoman gets spammed down!
Just like against Paper Rex, the Dimensional Drift gets ahead of it. He lets them know, and there's the answer back. Yeoman gets a double with the Aftershock. The stuns are just too good. The new pickup, a 3K. That's his legacy for the round. Now a 3v2. Munchkin waiting, can't get the spray, but the team, they say, once more, T1 wants it! And Texture, and just like that, he slams the door shut. 4 members scrambling in ramps. Like lemmings with nowhere to go, they will fall down into the cliff, and Charon's waiting for him. Finds another, gets the shorty out, and to get to this point, and Stacks goes for the spray. He gets pushed out. Texture gunned down from the sky, and Izu will get 3 members. Charon all alone, 5 seconds forward. The countdown down to the round. It's another one. It's another trap play. The Salvos, they try to get ahead of it, but Munchkin reads it. Munchkin just know, they both know. Oh, Texture even gets Meteor. They've been reading these TPs for Meteor, and neither team can find a break on the attack.
Not quite. Gen.G still pushing up a little bit further as well. Spike still in the hands of T1 though, and maybe looking for a bit of an opportunity to try to sell some kind of a fake to once again launch that rotate. Izu still on the other end, but Texture continues to hold down ramps. The spike dropped now. Carpe tries to pick it back up, but Texture denies any possible opportunity.
Now just Izu. Back and forth we go. Foxy9 spots him, but he's far away from the spike. Gen.G spreading out, but you don't want to get too antsy. He'll just cut off the entryways. Foxy9 perhaps getting permission to go for the fight. He will lose. But they are positioned in a way, like if Izu had started the hunt here, I'd be a little worried because they're positioned in a way where it could turn into 1v1s. There is this crossfire from Charon. And so it should be the end of the round. Blast pack and no further utility. Charon, what are you looking at? Stacks gets 1 kill. Foxy9 domed as well. Yeoman will answer back, but Stacks is holding the fort. Meteor has now regrouped. What a timing from Munchkin. Just a constant ping pong back and forth between these two teams. Yeoman doesn't want to face the same fate that his teammates have.
Nonetheless, the spike retrieved, and now an opportunity to get it planted down when first time in a long while Gen.G has time for this. No smokes though, so T1 can continue to push and assault through. Just a bit of the tail utility to fend them off.
There's the aftershock, pushes him out. It's great staggering of the util, now 3v2. Texture still not spotted. T1, they know they don't have much time. The shorty, Izu, what a call. The confidence play to lead in front of his IGL, the new leader of T1. But Texture waiting for a timing. Yeoman needs help, Texture will get it. There's the paint shells. It'll buy time. Izu doesn't have much of it. Toxic screen comes up. Texture will have to face the decay. He needs to swing out, and pushing out Min as an answer. There it is. They draw Yeoman out. There's the bait. He gets caught. Meanwhile, Gen.G, they've snuck through sewers. Izu. This could still provide a chance for Gen.G. Carpe's way too far out. I don't think they have any idea. I think they trust in Carpe's information. Izu, that's 1. But how many are coming in from their buzz? He gets stunned. Where's the follow-up? Waiting for it. Salvos a little late. There's the blast pack. They know he's on the side, and that's eventually the trade from Texture. Carpe now coming up through mid. It's going to be another surprise here for Gen.G. They need to push through. They need to get these kills. Charon gets 1. There's the shorty. Swaps back out. Stacks repositions in a tough angle. He saw the barrel. Oh, a flick onto Texture. 1v1. Charon, you have to stick it. He gets it. Is it enough time? Charon cannot escape. Meteor, meanwhile, in mid. Charon gets the kill. So now options opened up, but only 20 seconds on the line for Gen.G. Spike going to be held in safety in the corner. And Carpe eliminate. This is what it comes down to. Texture, the shot! It does not fire! Munchkin, all alone, misses the first hit. The Haunt has to get erased. There's just too many angles. Good for 1, but that's going to be it as T1 takes control of A Heaven.
Continuing to hold it on from the other end as well. Stacks, but this time gunned down by Foxy9. Perhaps a slight opportunity. Comes back into refill screens. Karen out from the top tries to clear out anyone who might be standing on top of Raptors, but it does alert to T1 his position. Meteor able to hold out screens with the linear angle.
Not spotted. Karen hides away from it, but the entry is still happening over here on the B side. What a timing from Texture. Waits for the spray, baits out his old teammate. And now Sight opened up, all 5 members alive, and look at Karon's position. The guarantee, the insurance here from Karon sets up a star for his teammates to smoke online. He is quite far away. We'll see if T1 can pick up the speed. Trapwire eliminated, but one down below.
Couple of jiggles as well, and continuing to spot out the T1 players up from heaven. But Stacks takes movement away, and now that's going to be Yeoman down. Off to the next, that's Foxy9 gone. Karen and Texture will hold out towards the back of Elbow. And
who will take the peek out first? Munchkin the wide swing. Texture with the trade. Buzz left all alone. The paint shells will keep him at bay. And Gen.G, for now, still holds control of A ramps.
Yeah, got a little flash from Yeoman as well, but Izu does keep himself planted deep into this position where he might catch an unsuspecting player or two. Texture, though, quickly notes onto it, and that's Izu gone.
Foxy9 all alone. He said this is where he loves to fight, but right now it's just too much. He has to escape. You have the cam, you've got some tripwires. There's a blast back in from Buzz, taking things into his own hands. Now Sight being approached by the spike. Foxy9 making sure that they cannot expand their control, but Heaven, how do you clear that? Meteor gets one, draws out the showstopper. He's running out, he's right below. He wants to take it out, the rocket lands! Buzz down, Meteor with the trade. One more, Foxy9 so low, he tries to go for the repeat, but it's a 4K for Texture! And for once, he will secure victory with an ace in his hands!
Down to the final round.
Go through this choke point with several members. There's one right click going on for 2, but the trade not quite there from Izu. Meteor will make sure he fills the gaps. And now Gen.G, they've taken over backside, but they are down in numbers, very low on health on both sides. Buzz gets ahead of it. Do they know? Meteor holding on to the site. Karon, the master of the truck here on bind. But there's the pop flash. He's not able to approach. And surely he doesn't have a way out as
they're forced to force. Still though, bit of a high-low setup, and T1 will be able to collapse. That's Texture gone. Karen tries to hold the angle now to hold that space even further, but T1 doesn't let it happen.
Yeah, Gen.G going out one by one, just trying to take the fight. And T1, it's them this time that says we'll answer with numbers. Stacks has escaped. He put pressure on B to make sure that the default had to be held. And Gen.G, just like that, it's a save.
Straight off to it. No other option. It's just T1 now finding
for the trade. Can they get it? The Steel Garden comes out. He can't. The flash is there. He doesn't find a single target. And Munchkin can't connect onto 2. It's just a 1 for 2. Karon all alone in Lamps. He gets a kill, but he is stranded. Stim pack activated. Make sure he can dance around. Teammates coming through. A timing. Texture fires the rocket. But it's not going to land. Yeoman will have to be the one that gets the cleanup. Checking all around, triple. Meteor pushed in. There's the Nightfall. They know exactly the location, but look at Meteor. Look at Meteor going around. He doesn't.
You forward, straight in towards Hookah. Good launching pad for Buzz. Straight into the site. Not checked from underneath, though. Munchkin able to come up huge with a double. Izu answers right back. Texture not able to collect. Izu off for the next kill, and a mosh pit to slow them down.
But we do have Karon, who's already gotten through T1. They have to recognize that they do not have info. Stacks is staring intently at Elbow. Understands that there could still be an extra member. 3v3, Gen.G, the best shot they have to try to get a point on the board. Dizzy out. They start their retake. 2 people already in the back of sight, but he's just been dancing around. Stacks doesn't have to worry about a thing, but Foxy9! The snake bite, Yeoman doesn't spot them. They're in the smoke. They're all ready for it! And T1, they just break out into just a spray of bullets, and the site will once again be theirs.
Marching forward on their warpath, they do not relent. They do not.
Your Gen.G, he's thinking about it. Oh, just too far jumping out. Munchkin, meanwhile, gets a long-range kill on B long, but that's already the sign to enter the site. Foxy 9 stabilizes. There's the orbital strike. Meteor takes a little bit of damage. Down to 21 HP, but he snuck through. They have no idea. Foxy 9 starts trembling, and Meteor gets cleaned up by Munchkin.
2 players and the spike down on the ground for T1.
Yo man still holding in case there's a rotation, but this may not pay off. It's gonna take so long for him to regroup. Holding on to backside, and Evan, he needs to make a run for it. No more Vice, so you have to run through. His first mission will have to be to check for the Brimstone, but he's hiding out in showers.
Yeoman's now within range of the site, so Sky smokes up. Izu and Carpe.
Izu with a wraparound. Same with Carpe and Yeoman. He senses it, but can he have the timing? He does. He finds him. Izu, a surprise kill. Half done by Karen. He trusts in Yeoman. And finally to go.
Oh, T1 though.
This time out of hookah. One of the most dangerous ways to execute onto the site, but we'll see if it works. The Dizzy, there it is. A quick 180 with the showstopper. And Buzz is, oh, what in the world is that? Mr. 4K himself gets 4 on the site. Takes time, keeps Stacks at bay. There's the Dizzy. Stacks hides away from it. Is it a peek out? Foxy 9, he gets spotted.
Tries to launch something in towards A main. Still though, Stacks now already noted. Flash is not quite available now. Nightfall sent through as well from Yeoman.
Only tags 1. That might be a little bit of misinformation because the rest of the squad from Team 1 was already nearby. Arcros set up. It does get popped. Molly at the ready, but here comes the Thrash. Gen.G, can they separate long enough? Buzz gets onto the site. He is aware of the position. Meteor takes down Yeoman. Karon hiding, takes out Meteor. He still does everything he can to defend this site. He's blinded, but he'll hold on. He'll hold true, and the backup has arrived. 4v3, Spike not planted yet.
Just looking to truly survive or die on this hill as long as his teammates arrive on time, and now they're here. Now they push out. Karen starts it off. Texture continues to swing and catching on to 2. Izu the final death.
Gen.G, they think with the silence that T1 would bite onto a rotate, and T1 had considered it, but Stacks is back, but it's a clean shot from Texture. The site weakened. The wild card will come down to Carpe. Will he be able to provide assistance? He decides to regroup. And still 45 seconds left on the clock. Gen.G says we'll play time.
Yeah, pops the smoke. Gen.G plays around it. Texture, he allows himself to get noted by that 0 point. The rest of his team, though.
Carpe
straight back into Hookah, and Carpe goes down.
Now Stacks all alone, and Gen.G, no matter where they go, they'll have an absolute advantage. Stacks has to do the impossible. Haunt comes out right under the tube. He's been spotted, marked, down to 1 HP. And down to 1 member of T1.
Still able to get away with at least 1, but now down to this last player, Meteor. I mean, you're gonna have to do so much.
When he's done it before, but with just a ghost, no sheriff in hand. See what he can do. Smoke comes out again. Nobody's watching it though.
Wow.
Nobody's been seeing. They now turn their heads, all just waiting for the tap. Nobody showing an absolute inch of their location, and there's just too much. There's just too much to cover. Meteor knows it. He has to start going for it. They start to hear the advances. Buzz just does not want anything else than the 1 target, but he gets chipped. 61 HP. Now they're trapped in showers. It's just an absolute pinch. Carpe opens out an exit. Back onto the site they go. There's the C's. Buzz, he's been decayed, but he will survive. Nobody spraying through just yet. Foxy 9 wants the spike. He needs to pick it up.
And hopped on over. Running out of time though, and Karen has to go at some point. Buzz, Carpe, they're still locked in up around the sides. Karen initiates, but still Foxy 9 going through for other trades. Stacks finds one right back. Pop flash is over, but the spike goes down anyway. A Dizzy sent over from Izu. They shoot it down, but Meteor comes up and initiates off of the fight.
Both going to be a little bit weaker. Carpe gets taken down. Buzz reclaims that position. He knows there's too many, but he just has nowhere to go. 2 people waiting for him. Spike already planted. Meteor deeper in than the opponents expect. That's 1 member down, trying to create a crack in the armor here. The pop flash, it doesn't hit, but it's still going to lead to the kill. Karon, good for a trade. Now a 3v2. Stacks down to 46 HP.
Brings you up around the sides, goes in for the defuse, at least tries to stick it halfway, but Gen.G
To catch sight, he doesn't quite, but the sheer wall should have been tripped, and there's Texture, swings out! Doesn't give Buzz an absolute chance at all to fight. Orbital Strike has been used to clear out lamps, but Texture still holding showers. That's created an opportunity for Gen.G. T1, they try to answer back, but there's so much post-plant. In fact, using it now as a delay. Stax holding close. He's the one who has to get the kill. They know he's close because of that 0 point. He's given himself away, and Yeoman confidently takes his shots. That should be the round. No chance to sit on the defuse. Gen.G now up to 8. Operator dropped. Economy broken. T1G. Oh no, they cross paths. They don't know about Buzz. The showstopper only finds one, and he immediately gets gunned down. The least of their worries here on the side of Gen.G as they take out the member in Hookah. Wingman goes out to clear out the smoke, pushes T1 back, but they will not be moved. They will hold on to the side. Gives him an opportunity, another peek out right before the Wingman. Yeoman down, no more fade, no more info. Buzz, does he go for another? He waits, he goes, takes the shot. It's a whiff, but the shorty in hand. There's the peek out. Steel Garden now forces Gen.G out of this fight. Spike still in hand, but only 25 seconds. Your teammates are over by B, but can they even get in? Charon stabilizes, but the Spike, can it get there? They have to take the long way around. Foxy9 sprinting, but I don't think he's going to make it. It's just too far. They take the safety. 10 seconds counting down.
It's going to be down to the wire.
You have to land on the site. The spike is dropped, and so are the hopes of Gen.G. And it's going to be used right above, all the way to the site. There's the showstopper. What? It? Carpe ducks right under it. How does he stay alive on this site? He's still alive in elbow, keeps things alive. Karen and Foxy9 answering back. It all comes down to this spike planted. One retake. T1 loses Carpe, loses control of elbow. Buzz running, sprinting to provide assistance. Foxy9 is waiting for him. Buzz has to get the shot. Meteor trying to get ahead of it. He gets it. No! Foxy9's ready for it. And now Meteor all alone. He's been tagged. The Dizzy sounds the alarm, and this should be another round for Gen.G. Another chin, and Texture, can you land it? Buzz flicks right onto his arm. The raise down, the investment gone, and control of the map just absolutely diminished.
2 power ultimates online for T1 as well. Sure, that could be a thrash for a thrash, but you gotta imagine this is just advantage on top of advantage for T1. Buzz still has the angle locked down. Munchkin, think twice.
You gotta send the thrash. You have to just use the movement. You have to send it. You have to chase him out. You have to land the detain. Doesn't quite chase up. Oh, he dodges it. He's got the up back out. Paint shows to delay. His teammates have arrived. Gen.G, you still have 50 seconds. They need to stay calm and cool as T1 now waiting, just a couple kills away. The ults go out, and it's down to Foxy9 all alone, and he goes down. T1 enter their first ever Grand Finals of VCT Pacific.